here, and it's a lovely compliment to the Sherman BARV from the Second World War.
Another thing to look at on the BARV is the pusher bar on the front, which is usually made up of hands and rope to the wood. It's made with fairly soft and pushes against the back. So the next Centurion will show you is actually though it looks like it's the last. The original battery, a 165mm demolition. When they ran out of ammunition and blew a couple of them up in the Gulf, the next ones started out as OP tanks for the Royal Artillery. They were a sort of mobile observation post. They were then translated into AVRs like the one you see here. But from our point of view, it's showing itself as a standard gun tank. Normally, the Centurion as a gun tank had a crew of 4. That's a driver and 3 men in the turret. It's powered by the Rolls-Royce engine at the back, driving through a merry-go-round gearbox to the rear drive sprocket. And
one thing that happens here at the museum, we often have people come along and they say, oh, actually, I served in that vehicle. And we sometimes get a bit cynical because you have so many people say they served in that vehicle. But then you only have to look at this one particular Centurion to realise an awful lot of men who served in the army could well have served on this particular Centurion. We know it was built by British Leyland. It went into service on the 12th of August 1955. It was in BARV, that's the British Army of the Rhine, in March 1968. It went into a reserve there at one point in a depot. It went off to an armoured delivery squadron in March of 1968. Then it was issued to the Royal Horse Artillery in 1976. Served with the 40th Field Regiment Royal Artillery, so it was an artillery observation Centurion in 77. Came to command workshop, so for refitting in 1980, and was converted by Pearson's Engineering in 1981 to fit the plough on the front, which we've removed, but was used therefore in that AVRI role. And it was used by Vickers Defence Systems in the early 1980s, before it was actually handed over finally to the museum in 1998. So an awful lot of soldiers from quite a number of different units would have probably spent their time in that Centurion in its lifespan.
another thing to look at with the Centurion are the stowage boxes around the turret. They're usually made of mild steel, full of armour, and they're for putting things like greatcoats and other things in. They also have a large wire basket on the back of the turret, which you can also put stores in. All the stores are regarded as expendable in the event of action, but it's as safe and good a place as any to carry them when not, which that tank's got. And you'll find that the number of stowage boxes on a British tank are normally quite large.